Hey, what's up guys, it's Owen here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the new Dayan Megaminx V2 M. The goal of the Dayan Megaminx V2 was to fix the problems that a lot of people had with the other Megaminxes on the market. These included the Yoohoo V2 being too big and the Galaxy V2 being too slow. Now, obviously not everyone had these problems, for example, people with larger hands or people who like slower cubes. However, I think a lot of people, myself included, really wanted a small Megaminx that was fast. Alright, with that said, let's get on to my unboxing and first impressions. Wow, this is a sweet looking box.
Bruh.
It's not even solved, what? Alright, this is some very interesting plastic wrap. Here we have the cube. Wow, this is a lot smaller than the Yoohoo, and I'm definitely glad about that. It's an interesting plastic surface. I can't really tell if it's frosted or glossy. That's interesting. Alright. First turns. Wow. This is extremely fast. Definitely gonna want to slow this down a bit. Wow, this cube has strong magnets. I don't think that'll be an issue while solving. I think that'll actually be a good thing, so layers won't turn accidentally, which is definitely an issue I have on the Yoohoo, although that might be due to my small hands and its large size, rather than the light magnets. Okay, so first impressions, I really like the shades. It has a very light green and a very dark green, which will contrast well. Only thing I don't like about the shades is it's gray, not black, and there doesn't seem to be a black option currently. The other thing I noticed was that the ridges are different from other Megaminxes and they're a lot less noticeable. However, I still think they do a very good job of providing grip while turning. And finally, the magnets are pretty strong. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think it'll be a good thing. It'll just take some getting used to. Out of the box, this thing is pretty much my main. It's insane. Let's take a quick look at what else comes in the package. Dayan screwdriver. Oh yes, one of these awesome Dayan bags. And we got a bunch of gold springs. The Dayan Megaminx V2 is 30.5 millimeters, which, to give you some perspective, is the same size as the Galaxy V2 and is significantly smaller than the Yoohoo. The Dayan Megaminx V2 weighs around 99 grams, which is significantly lighter than the other popular Megaminxes such as the Galaxy V2 and the Yoohoo V2. I lubed this puzzle with a mixture of Angstrom Gravitas and Angstrom Dignitas. This setup slowed the puzzle down and gave it a little bit more controllability, as well as giving it this really nice crunchy feel. This cube will feel dry no matter what you do. Like, seriously, I put so much lube in this that I practically drowned it, and it still feels dry. Alright, let's look at the corner cutting. On out-of-the-box tensions, which in my opinion are pretty good, it can do about 45 degrees normal and a little bit less than line-to-line reverse. The Dayan V2 Megaminx has very strong magnets, at least in comparison to the Yoohoo, which has pretty light magnets in my opinion. Okay, now let's take a look at the design. This is what most interested me, as it's practically identical to the Guohong V4, which was a cube that I was a big fan of. So, if we can see the corners, they both have a double track and they both have this wave design on them, on the base of the corners. Looking at the piece of the corners, they also both have the exact same wave design. They also both have this big hole right here so that you can add core magnets. Comparing the edges, we can see that they both have a wave design here, flat here, and the tracks are practically identical. The Dayan V2 Megaminx shares the quality that the Guohong V4 has of being very well performing out of the box. Looking at the grip design, it looks kind of like a cross between the Dayan Mega and the Galaxy V2 M. It has these slight indentations on the pieces, similar to the Dayan Megaminx, and then it has ridges going along the outside, similar to the Galaxy V2 Megaminx. I personally don't think this grip is quite as effective as the Galaxy V2's grip, but it definitely works and I have not had issues with gripping this puzzle. I personally really like the smaller size of the Dayan V2 Megaminx, as it allows me to do U2 flicks, which I was unable to do on the Yoohoo. at least not without interrupting the flow of my solves. Now, I do have pretty small hands, so you may find that you like the size of the Yoo-hoo more than the size of the Dayan Megaminx. This puzzle has one main problem. There's no black side. I prefer to have a black side as my last layer, as it really helps my last layer recognition, and it also helps my F2L and S2L, as black is a really easy color to filter out, as it's not needed while solving S2L and S2L. I heard that Dayan was going to be making black pieces you can add onto your Megaminx soon, so I'm going to make sure to get those as soon as they come out. So overall, I really like this cube. I'm now going to be going over some pros and cons to help you decide if this cube is for you. Just a side note before we get into the pros, all of these are good things in my opinion. You might think differently. Okay, so I think that the pros of this cube are its small size, its lightweight, its fast turning, and its vibrant shades. The only con I can think of is the lack of a black side. Honestly, this puzzle is just insane. If you care about Megaminx at all, I think you should totally get this puzzle. If you're not very serious about Mega or you don't have the money to get the Dayan, the Yoo-hoo V2 M is still a great option and I would definitely recommend it. This cube has definitely become my main and I'm looking forward to improving with it. Dayan is really making a comeback with their new Guhong V4 and Dayan V2 Megaminx, and I think they are now one of the best cube companies again. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed or if this was helpful to you, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. See you next time.